have this in writing. I asked for permission to see if he'd be willing to give information on how he proposed to me and his thought process before proposing to me. My name is Bopa.
My name is Sully.
And we are a married couple.
I would hope so. I mean, or else I'm looking for some child support then. I mean,
You're always
give me the child support, girl.
okay. So, anyways, well, the whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce has inspired this conversation because it made me reflect back to when we got engaged, which was 20 years ago on August 12th, 2005. I don't know how I know, but I know that stuff. Did you know that was our date? You don't?
Bro.
You don't? I'm about to ask you some questions.
I
You start jogging your
just
memory.
told you that you asking me a question from 20 years ago on some things that I'm a doer. So like I do things in the moment. I don't even think about them sometimes. Like I just do it.
I know, but you got to remember, like, okay, now let's go back.
All right.
Okay. So in 2005, I remember I got laid off and I went to Seattle with my mom and dad.
I don't even remember you getting laid off. So
I do.
that's
For all the
a great memory. Okay,
So then I was thinking,
got laid off. I do remember.
Yes.
I do remember having a home office, and it was hot as hell in there because it's 2 stories.
Yeah.
And the computer was always running.
okay, but that has nothing to do with our engagement.
I know, but that's just what I remember, being hot and planning something inside that room.
So that's the room you plan things in.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in my office.
In your office.
Yes.
Okay, so we've only been dating, we started dating in 2004, so only a year and a half before he proposed.
Yeah, a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
I proposed in 2005.
So we did, okay.
Oh, yes.
When did we date?
I do remember.
When did we date?
I do remember that we started dating.
What's the date?
I don't know the exact date, but I remember it was right after like New Year's. That's what I remember.
January 4th, 2004.
January 4th, y'all. I mean, how can you remember 4, 5, 6 different dates, bro?
Because dates are amazing. Anyways,
All right.
okay, so how old were we?
Young.
Yeah. I think that's the part that I'm like wanting to know more about because I was 22 when he proposed. So you would have been 23.
Yeah, 23.
What the heck? What 23-year-old knows how to propose? Like, what made you like? I'm wondering how this even happened. Now I look back, I'm like, we were just kids.
Well, I mean, I've always known that I wanted to be married. When I met you, I don't know. What it was. I just really loved you. Who knows? Emotional damage from before. I mean, who knows? Let's just be real here. I don't really understand in this moment on why I just loved you so much, but I really did. But then also when I went to Seattle the first time, so we had traveled to Seattle, I think in early 2005.
Yep, I remember. Nope. So look at me. So we dated January 2004, and then we went to Seattle in October 2004 because I wanted you to meet my sisters.
Okay, yeah. So
Yes.
so we traveled to Seattle. It was my first time. Like, listen, y'all, I didn't travel much at all I didn't travel at all as a child, even until I was 18. I don't think I traveled anywhere outside of Iowa in an airplane until I went to go visit my sister, like literally the summer of 2002. After my mom had passed, I went to go visit my sister in Arizona. That was the first time I ever was on an airplane.
That's wild.
That's wild, right?
Now that the life that we have now, it is a wild.
Right, like literally
Yes.
never rode an airplane.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so I think we went to Seattle. I fell in love with your family. I think I fell in love with also the Pacific Northwest. Like, it was beautiful. I just remember it being really nice. And I think just the whole environment in general made me feel like a lot of love. And the first thing when I walked in was your sister was like, hey, let's go to the store. And I was like, everybody's, I'm going to go to the store. I need some help. And they're like, obviously there is some hazing in this family. So when you first come to this family, you are going to be judged to go do things. So it is a part of this, a prerequisite to see where you stand in this family on what you are going to do. So again, this comes from a place of love. They're like, all right, go with my sister, go help her. I was like, cool, let's go. I'm going. She's talking to me a little bit here. She's like, what do you do for a living? Blah, blah, blah. You know, you love my sister. I was like, fuck, man, we just started dating. Yes, I do love her, but I was like, yeah, I love her. She's like, okay. So we're going to the grocery store, dog. Like, listen, we're going to the grocery store, and we're in the grocery store, and she's like, hey, let's go stop over here. And I look at a sign, and it says, a jewelry store. And I was like, a jewelry store? What are we? She goes, don't worry, I'm going to take you in. You're going to buy my sister a ring. Like, literally.
What was your thought process at that time?
I was just like, bro.
Because I didn't know that was happening, so I couldn't say anything to you.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I was just like, okay, then let's do it. Maybe this is just how this works, you know?
Were you already thinking about?
I mean, I was already considering. I mean, I already thought about it. I was like, man, I really like this girl a lot. You know, I really love her. And then obviously, I think in that moment when your sister was like, hey, let's go to this grocery store, and then ended up being a jewelry store. And she's like, don't worry, I know the lady, you can make payments. I was like, damn, like, what? She's like, don't worry, you get her 2 carat. I was like, oh my gosh. So literally we walk in, she tells the lady goes in the back room, and listen, her name was Chai Penny.
Jai Penny, okay, let me translate that. That's Cambodian. Jai is, I think it's like, I think a lady or whatever, but like Jai is also spend.
Bro, yeah. So anyways, we went to go see Chai Penny, and she's like, listen, brought out a 2 carat and looked at it, it's gonna be like $20-something thousand. And I was like, oh man, bro, like I really can't afford this. So I told her sister, I was like, that's kind of high, you know, like I really don't.
Because you also used to work at a jewelry store. So
yeah, because I worked at a jewelry store. I mean, before I've been in jewelry sales, so I understand like, you know, the pricing. I can look at diamonds and understand. I thought it was a little high price, but again, she takes payments. So they're like, you don't worry, you can make payments interest free. And I was like, oh, okay. You know what? To appease the family, I was like, let me go ahead and just pick this diamond up. I get it. And then, and that was that. I picked up a 2 carat diamond. I remember telling Pana, I was like, hey, your aunt just made me buy this diamond, and now I'm going to propose. And so I think that's when it really kicked off, on when I decided when I was really going to propose. It was kind of like, hey, you're going to do this or you're not going to do this.
So my sister planted the seed.
She did plant the seed in my head.
So my sister is about 20 years older than I am.
Yeah. So she did plant the seed in my head.
Oh my gosh. And I remember you ended up telling me.
Well, yeah, I ended up telling you. I didn't propose. I ended up showing you the diamond, and you were like, return that shit.
So he returned that because I was like, no, like I don't, like it just felt so wrong. It felt like he was being forced to marry me, and it didn't even feel right. Like it felt so wrong on all levels. And so I was like, absolutely not. Like,
so yeah, that was only like, 10 months after we started dating? Yeah, dude, like it was for real. Yep.
Damn, we never really talked about that. I mean, we did at the time, but like I haven't reflected with this perspective now. So like it's kind of wild to even think that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then come July, I went to Seattle of 2005.
Yeah. So yeah, you were going to, I don't know, you visit. You visit Seattle often, so I think you're going, and then I was like, you know what, this is the perfect time. I want to do it around, you know, obviously you have family there, and I was already close to the family here, and I just figured that, hey, you know, at that time, the relationship that you had with your family, we visit Seattle quite often. I mean, we still do now. But, and the relationship is still strong as ever. But I think it was just a time period that you were visiting often and we're staying often. So I felt like, hey, and I love Seattle. I love the Pacific Northwest. I love the weather. I love a lot of things about that place. So, and having family there obviously is a big plus. And I was just like, you know, let's just do it there. I'm going to do it there. I remember, oh no, actually I lied. Now I remember.
See, look, this is why we talk. Now so like your memory.
Let me go back a little bit.
Okay, go back.
So let me tell you how the first time I tried to propose.
Oh.
With that ring that your sister. I remember.
Wait. Now I remember something too. I remember trying to search for her.
No. Listen. I remember calling Pana and I was like, "Hey, Pana, I need your help."
Pana's my niece.
I need your help. I came up with this stupid ass idea, which didn't work. Literally, it had something to do with me.
Wait, did you ask me dad for my hand in marriage at all? You just, or you just,
No, I definitely did.
you did. Okay.
Yeah, I did. It was weird, awkward doing that too because he didn't talk. He's like, yeah, that's it. It was no smile or nothing.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh
we
my
can.
gosh.
But okay, so yeah, all right. I remember now. I remember calling Pana. I was like, hey, Pana, I want you to hold a sign up outside of the window. Because remember, we had the 2-story
Yeah.
and you could look off the back in the back window. And I remember like having Pana sit out on the deck with the sign and trying to throw a rock. But yo, everybody who knows Bopa knows that she doesn't really understand some things at times.
No.
And I was like, hey, can you go check the window? And you're like, for what? For what? And I was like, just go check the window. You know what I mean? I was like, I want you to look at this, beautiful thing. She's like, I don't really want to look at that, whatever it is. And it was getting a little dark. It was kind of, because I wanted to get it at the sunset. Right? Like I was trying to do like this sunset thing. I was like, go check out the sun. And you're like, no.
And I haven't discovered sunset
Like you
yet.
truly wasn't trying to pay attention. And I remember telling Pam, she ain't gonna look out the window. You didn't look out the window.
So was she out there?
Yes. I remember this. I don't know if she remembers this, but it was just, and
What
then,
did the sign say?
will you marry me? And now you was gonna turn around and I was gonna be on my knees with the ring. So then I don't think that ever worked out. And then I think we got in a little argument or some shit. And I was just like,
Yeah, we fought a lot.
yeah, we fought a ton. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I ain't marrying this girl. This is wild. There's no way I'm marrying this girl. She ain't ready for this marriage. No way, bro. So I was like, you know what? Forget about it. I think that's when we kind of halted off things. And then I was like, this wasn't a smart idea.
Okay, so when did I told you to return that ring though?
Well, you told me, you probably told
So
me.
we didn't return it when we were in Seattle.
No. You probably told me in anger too at that time. Man, I don't want to marry you, motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing, a backstory about me. I grew up very sheltered. And so I was an indoor kid because we lived in a bad neighborhood. And so now that I'm thinking about why I would not want to go out the window or in the dark, it's because I'm scared. I was scared of the dark. I was scared of what's outside. I didn't spend a lot of time outside. That was not who I was back then because I was so scared of everything. But I'm glad that
But yeah,
didn't
at
work
any rate,
that way.
it didn't work out that way. So Pana didn't. So then I was like, you know what? I think throughout then, after the first of the year of 2005, I started thinking about, marriage again. I started thinking about okay, maybe I should marry this girl, going back and forth with myself. And then finally I started I think it was in maybe March or May, April or something of that nature. And I started researching buying a ring. And, obviously I saved my money up and was like, let me just buy a ring. And then I think at the time I bought you a ring, I think it was, you still have it.
Yeah.
I want to say it was maybe 10,000 at that time. So, and so I saved up and I bought that, and it was just on a band. It wasn't on it wasn't on.
It was
nothing-
just I still
It was
have
nothing
it.
fancy. It was just a regular band.
Yeah.
And so that was it. And then I think I started talking to your family in Seattle. I was like, hey, Bopa's gonna be out there and I want to propose to her.
Okay, what family members did you talk to?
I think I talked to your 2 cousins.
Sandara Sachita.
Yep, and
Soria.
Soria.
Because they're in the photo.
Yeah, so they're
We
in the
have a
photo. So
Yeah.
I was like, I want to propose to her, and they're like, oh, she'll be in here at this certain place. So I was supposed to propose to you at your sister's house, I think. But then when I got there, they couldn't keep you in right. Your sister's like, let's go shopping. So I guess she took you shopping.
Yeah.
And here's my dumbass walking in, not the way that I wanted it to do this. I walk into, I want to say it's which mall? North
Alderwood Mall.
Alderwood Mall. I walk in, I find you in
Looking through clothes.
looking through clothes. I'm like, hey, and you're like, what are you doing here? And I was gonna propose to you right there, but I was like, nah, this is dumb. Not at the mall. So then finally, literally scrambled because I wanted to do it in front of family, but because
but
it
you
didn't
waited
happen,
forever
it
for
waited
me.
too long, and we're gonna go back home because I think I just showed up for a day.
Yeah.
It was just for a day because I couldn't take a bunch of time off. Remember, I had a job back then that required me to be at my job all the time. But at any rate, I remember I was there for a day or two because I literally proposed the night and then I left the following day.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to propose. I knew when I saw you at the mall, I knew it was gonna happen, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my gosh! Like
Yeah.
I'm not ready for all of this." I was like waiting, but like didn't know when it was gonna
Yeah.
happen. I do now remember. I do remember having my aunt, my mom's cousin, had like a housewarming at her house. So I thought, okay, Sully knows I'm really close to my family. He's going to do it at this event, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be in front of family at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And I just didn't get the opportunity to do it because you went to the mall with your sister. And I remember I wanted to because, yes, I did. It was a 1 day trip for me.
Yeah.
Because I knew I couldn't stay. I couldn't get it off. I remember I was like, I'm going to fly there. I'm going to fly back the next day. And that was that's what happened.
Yeah.
So I scrambled and your cousin's like, hey, let's just do dinner and you can propose to her there. And that's basically how we came up with the idea was like, let's go to Salty's. I didn't know what Salty's was at that time. They're like, it's a really nice restaurant. You can go there. We'll have dinner there. And that's kind of what happened. Your cousin's kind of was like, hey, do it at Salty's. Like, oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think you already knew at that point that it was going to happen.
I know. And then I remember asking, "Is that ring real?" Because I didn't know if it was like a joke. Because like I think at the time I joked a lot. Like I definitely joked a lot because I wasn't a serious person, and so I still joke a lot now, but more serious. Yeah. So I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
okay,
it. I think
so
that's
the
the
planning
story.
behind it. Did you have any of your friends, your family?
No.
You didn't ask your family or anything
No, I mean,
about.
I told my dad that, I was going to, oh, that leads me into another whole fucking story. But, I mean, we can say that for another one. But at any rate, I did ask my dad, and he was like, yeah, I mean, do what you feel. I mean, I come from a family of boys, man. Like,
Yeah.
there ain't no telling, if
No.
you got your mind set on something, hey, do it.
And we come from two completely different families where like Sully's family, they do things on their own, they figure things out. My family's all like family based. Like, are we buying a house? Like, who's all coming to look at this house and agree on this house? Same thing with cars. I mean, like everything. And so I grew up waiting for approval. And I think that's the reason why, like, when my sister brought Sully to go look at rings, it wasn't like it didn't draw a red flag to me or anything. Because that was like, that's normal. That's what we do. Because like all my sisters before me, they all had prearranged marriages. Like they didn't date. They went straight into getting married. And so for me, I thought that was going to, I mean, I dated for a year and a half. That's long compared to what my sisters had to go through. So
Yeah.
what I saw as my normal was not what Sully's normal was. And I think that's also why it explained why I was so mean in the very beginning, because my sisters, when I watched them, like looking back, they were so mean to their husbands, And so I thought that was normal. And like my brother-in-laws, they were all like easygoing, like super like whatever my sister says goes. So I thought that's what I was going to have. But that's not what I had. I had something totally different, which I'm very, very grateful for, because he has given me so many things that I didn't have before, which is like inner strength, just confidence, all these things that I needed in my life, because again, I relied so heavily on my family that I didn't realize that he was actually coaching me to become like the best version of myself in the last 20 years, and more so in the last 3 years. But yeah, it's been a beautiful ride of ups and downs, and it's really cool to like reflect together on it, because I don't think we've ever really discussed this entire process. It's been so many years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a very long time, and like where we're at now, it is. Yeah, sometimes you're like, how are we still here? How are we still standing? And
Yeah.
a lot of it is that we choose each other every single day, even on days where we don't necessarily want to.
Yeah, like last night at 9 p.m. when you were trying to figure out if you wanted wallpaper or paint on the walls.
Yeah, you can't ask me past like 9 p.m. Like I'm ready for bed, and yesterday that was not my regular schedule. So like you can talk to me like at 5 a.m. and like I can give you all the best ideas, and I can't not after 9 p.m. I am in my granny era. I don't have grandkids yet. Our kids are teens, but I am in my granny era. So, but But that is our story,
All right.
and
Anything
that
else?
was that was so fun.
All right. All right. Well, y'all have a lovely day.
Lovely, lovely day. Happy Friday. Bye. It's wild to think that one moment shaped 20 years of love and growth. What's one moment that changed everything for you? Share it below. I love to hear your story.